everybody. We've got head coach Tad Boyle. Coach, if you please start with your opening statement. We'll open up for questions.
Yeah, just want to start by apologizing to fan base. Apologize to every former player that's worn the Colorado uniform. We're not living up to our end of the bargain as a coaching staff or as players in the program. So I'm going to apologize to our fan base, but especially the ones that came out tonight, Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, to support this team and program. And they deserve more than we gave them. And obviously, got to throw that halftime speech in the toilet and flush multiple times because we didn't come out in the second half ready to play. BYU did. You let a team shoot 67.9% from the field in your building after half. Something's wrong. We better fix what's wrong, or we're going to continue to get the same result.
Talked a few times during the stretch about which team is going to be more desperate coming into certain games, especially our team, in this case, BYU, coming off their own tough loss as well. That start of the second half kind of typified what team was hungrier than the other.
Without a doubt. Their energy level, their toughness level, their everything, you name it. They were the aggressor. They were better. And it wasn't just one guy, it was their whole team. So again, this doesn't fall on one guy for the Buffaloes. I mean, if it did, I'd fix that. It falls on our entire group. But yeah, it's we're up 23-22 in the first half. We're shooting 75% from the field at the time. We're up 1. Like, we turned it over 7 times. Like, we went up with 16 for the game. We're just not very good with the ball right now. Very good passers and catchers. And you look at the same stuff. And we didn't take BYU's strengths away from them. The strength of BYU's team is their ability to shoot the ball from multiple positions. And we talked about that. It was on our defensive game plan. Board was, we got, they're averaging 11 threes a game. Guess what? They made 11 threes. And I consider it 13 because we fouled 2 3-point shooters. And that was a key to coming in the game and winning this thing, having a chance to win it. We didn't do it. Just like against Oklahoma State, key to the game was holding them one shot and not letting them get multiple opportunities at the goal. They're averaging 13 rebounds coming into our game. They got 13 offensive rebounds. BYU is averaging 11 made threes a game. They came in and got 13 on us. We're not taking away the other team's strengths. And then, go down that rabbit hole. And our guys, I sensed for the first time that we didn't compete in the second half. We didn't believe. I thought we did in the first half, really. Even though we're down 2 at halftime, I felt like we should have been up 10. But we shot 50% from the field in the first half. But couldn't buy one in the second half. Didn't finish the half very well, defensively or offensively. So it's frustrating. But yeah, I have to do a better job. I know I keep saying that. I'm not. I'm really disappointed in myself.
Yeah, you mentioned feeling like you should have been up at halftime. You had the 10-point lead, 32-22, and they kind of go on right away.
Yep.
Did you feel like you maybe lost the game right there?
No, absolutely not, Tyler. No, absolutely not. You're down 2 at halftime, and you let them go on that run. Now, said, guys, we got to guard better. You're up 32-22, and maybe you had struggled to score. We had 36 points at halftime. They had 22 points with 5 minutes to go in the first half, right? And they end up with 38. So they scored 16 points in the last 5 minutes. Now, is that us or is that them? I think a lot of it has to do with us, personally. But that's where the film. And, watching film with these guys, I'm going to continue to do it. I'm not going to stop doing what I do. I've been here for 14 years. This is year 15. I haven't lost confidence in myself. I can tell you that. I feel like I can coach this game, but I'm not doing a very good job coaching this team, coaching these players. And I gotta go back to the drawing board and see how I can get to them, because right now I'm not getting to them.
Because the team is struggling so bad, are the guys fighting a go again mentality? Like when things go bad, it's getting difficult for stop the bleeding within
Yeah,
games.
and Pat, here's the thing about our team. When things go bad, we feel sorry for ourselves. Okay, and I don't want anybody to take what I'm saying when I say it's on me. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I can tell you, like, nobody needs to feel sorry for me. All right, I need to do a better job. Our players are feeling sorry for themselves, and that's a problem, because when you internalize and like, oh my God, I feel so woe is me, you're not helping your team. So Andrei Yakimovsky is guarding their best player, who's a good player, had 25 points on us tonight. I think Richie Saunders is an all-league player. Drives by him on the baseline, and we're supposed to have three guys on the weak side with 2 feet in the paint. And he drives by him and lays it in the goal, and there's nobody there to help him. Those guys are thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about helping Andre. And we defensively, you have to help each other if you're going to be any good at this game, at this level. And we're not helping each other because we're concerned about ourselves, and that is a problem. And we've talked about it. We've showed it on film, and again, we've got a pretty good coaching staff. I believe that. I thought our game plan tonight, Coach Greer did a great job on the scout. I thought our game plan for Oklahoma State, I wouldn't go back and change them. We're not executing the game plans. And last year, Washington State, talked to Andre about this. They would start out in zone and they would go to man like halfway through the possession. Well, guess what? BYU did that tonight. We practiced that yesterday. We knew what we were supposed to do when that happened. We didn't do it. So it's the execution of the game plan that we're not getting done. And again, that falls on the head coach. Not feeling sorry for myself. It just falls on me. And I'm going to keep trying. Yep. Yep. Look, those two guys are good players, but they're not. I mean, this team is a collective team. We don't have one guy that can carry this team, offensively or defensively. So we have to rely on each other. And we're playing 9, 10, 11 guys. I have confidence in all of those guys. The problem is you don't know which guys are going to show up. So yeah, Andre was playing. I thought he played pretty well offensively tonight. Did some really good things, and he picked up a couple fouls. But now when Sebi comes in, or Harrison comes in, or whoever comes in, like, I don't feel like we need to drop off. So it's not like, oh, we didn't have Banga, we didn't have Andre, we can't stop BYU. Forget that. Like, we got other guys that can guard. Just got to do it. So I don't look at one guy and say, oh man, if we don't have him, we're in trouble. But if we collectively don't compete defensively and collectively don't move the ball and share the ball offensively, this team has no chance to win. Zero. Because we don't have that dude. We've had some dudes in the past. We don't have that dude right now, so we got to rely on each other. We're not doing that right now.
Yeah, you mentioned you felt like this was the first time, at least in the second, guys stopped leading a little bit.
Yeah.
Does that kind of go into, I guess, with Pat's question about snowball effect?
Yeah, I think
Does that
so.
play into that?
Absolutely. Because, and again, it gets back to when that happens, it's, woe is me. I'm thinking about myself. I'm not thinking about that guy to my right or that guy to my left. I'm not thinking about how I can make his job easier. I'm thinking about me. And it's, you think about me on the floor, you're not thinking about we. And we got to think about we, not me.
On those lines, I mean, out of this being a together group, are you still feeling that way?
Yeah, I don't think, yeah, I just think we feel sorry for ourselves. Yeah, I don't think that we're not together. I don't think, but Now, you'd have to ask the players about the belief. I know I'm just going to speak for myself because I can't speak for them. Okay. And they're available to the media. We don't shut off our locker room. You know, if you want to talk to somebody, come to practice and talk to them or set something up through Troy. Like, all players can talk. I'm just going to tell you right now, I believe in this group of guys. I believe in each individual in that locker room. I believe they're great kids from great families. I believe that they're not playing up to their potential right now. I believe we have to try to figure out a way, and they need to be a part of that because, you know, coaches can only do so much. And it's my job as a coach to make sure we get a great shot on offense. And our guys understand what a great shot is. And you can't get a great shot if you turn it over. We all know that. But I felt like, you know, against Oklahoma State, we took some bad shots. Tonight, you know, after I watched the film, I'll let you know. I didn't feel like we took a bunch of bad ones, but, you know, maybe we did. And I'm not talking about the end of the shot clock. I'm talking about early in the shot clock and making them work. And, you know, defensively, BYU, by the numbers, is not one of the better defensive teams in our league. Their defense was good enough to guard our offense tonight. So, again.
Anything else for Coach?
Yeah, Todd, you spoke the other day about how close this team is. Has loss changed anything?
No, look, next game. What do we got to do to beat Arizona at Arizona? I know, look, one thing I'm going to challenge our guys, you know, you want a chance to do something that's never been done. Well, guess what? We'll have an opportunity to do that Saturday. Now, will we embrace that opportunity? Will we take it on as a challenge and say, okay, let's go? Or will we say, oh, well, previous teams can't do it, we can't do it? Like, if that's our attitude, this season, we're not going to get that first conference win. So, again, it's about the next game. And my thing is, you know, we've got to win our games at home. And we're not doing that right now. And that's disappointing to me because now, you know, against BYU, there's no altitude advantage, which we usually have in this building. We don't have that because they're in Provo and they train at altitude just like us. So no, I don't think we're any further. Now we're further away if we don't play up to our capabilities and our potential. And that's what we have to do.
How hard is it to keep
I get up every day and say, how can I help this team? What do I need to do to help this team? And tomorrow's going to be no different. Go to bed at night. How can I help this team? How can I help the players in that locker room? And I'm going to continue to try to help them. And I don't feel like I'm doing that right now. And that's why I continue to say how disappointed I am in myself because I'm not getting that done. And they need to help. They got to believe. I can't make them believe if they don't believe. I wish I could. I mean, and you know, before I go, I'll just say, you know, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, we're going to honor a guy whose life was really good at making guys believe. I'm not half the coach Bill McCartney was. My heart goes out to his family. See you guys tomorrow at 10.
Thank you, Coach.